Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna try at least to repair this headlight. It is part of a bigger project. I'm trying to paint the front end of this Mercedes, which is Mercedes E-Class from 2003 to 2006. This is before the facelift of this car. You can tell by the look of the headlight, the facelift has these trims inside of here. This is the blinker. This is before the facelift basically, and the car was in slight accident. So for those of you who have watched the videos in which I'm repairing the Mercedes, I'm gonna prep these lights before I continue prepping the car for paint, because I need them to be ready as well. You'll see why. So this is the light that is gonna replace this one. This is the original light of the car. You can see that the heat was heavy enough to damage the light, and obviously I can't use it, and this is the replacement that I found. You can see how awful condition this is. The guys that I bought this said that it is a little bit yellow, but in this case this is just ridiculous, and I won't install this on the car. I'm gonna try to fix it. And this is the original, the right side, actually the left hand side light that I'm gonna try to fix as well. You can tell that it is pretty yellow and is kind of old. So what I wanted to say is that probably there is three things that I can do in this situation. First of all, the method for me to clean this surface and make this light shiny again, it is to use some sandpaper and polish it afterwards, which a lot of people use all sorts of stuff. You can use some toothpaste, you can use some baking soda, use lemon juice and stuff like that, but in my case I'm gonna use professional method, which is gonna involve some waterproof sandpaper to clean the surface, because this is way too damaged and it won't work to use only toothpaste. Probably over here it is possible, but in this situation this won't do. So I'm gonna use some sandpaper. Probably I'm gonna start with 600 grit, then 800 and 1200 and eventually 2000. So this is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna send this light. I'm gonna show you how in a minute, but what I wanted to say is that afterwards there are probably three different things you can do once this is sanded and polished. First thing is, this can be left as it is. It depends in the state the light is before you start, because this one is very damaged. And as for this one, it is okay. Probably if I just polish it, it is gonna last for some time. It depends how damaged the plastic is. But if you are determined to properly restore the light, there are two things that you can do. One is, once the light is polished, to apply some vinyl that is colorless, transparent. If you glue it on top of the light, it is going to prevent it from getting yellow once again and burning from the sun. And the third option is to use the one that I'm going to show you in this video, is to use some clear coat and apply a layer or few layers of clear coat and then polish it again. I prefer this method over all of the other ones, so I'm gonna try to show you how it is gonna turn out. Since I'm gonna paint the bumper and the fender of the car, I'm gonna use the opportunity to apply some clear coat on this light. So that means that I have to prepare them before I start painting. I'm gonna start working so you can see the transformation of this thing. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to fix it, but only the time will tell. So let's start working. Before I start polishing, I'm gonna try to remove this rubber part over here because it is in my way, and I want to be able to clean the sides of the light as well, not only the top part. And I think it is gonna be easier for me to work when this is off. At least this is the idea. So to do that, I'm gonna have to squeeze these little clips over here. There is a clips over here. I don't know how to show you this. It has to be squeezed as well. The same story as the top. You can see that it is already moving. And these two small nuts have to be undone, and there are some rubber that has to be undone like this. These are some straps. There are a few of them. Over here there is one, and there was one more. Let's see if this is gonna work. And just like that, the first one is removed. There is this strap over here in the front, the other one on top of it, and one in the back. The two clips that are opposite sides, and the two little screws in the bottom. So this can be removed out of place. And now I have access to the light itself, the glass of the light, the plastic part I mean, because it's not glass, so I can work freely without this disturbing me. So I'm gonna remove this part on the other light, and I'm ready to start working. So guys, what I wanted to show you is that actually this light was polished once before, and there is some paste underneath over here. You can see this is polishing paste that has remained, and from the marks on the light I can tell that this was polished before. And you can see that if it is polished and left without any protection, because there are some lights which, when they get yellow, they still have some clear coat or something that when you polish them and they can last, but in this case it appears that the clear coat on this light is damaged, and only polishing it didn't had any effect, because the light is once again kind of yellowish and stuff. And that means that it needs some protection, any type of clear coat that can be applied. And the vinyl idea that lots of people are using vinyl to protect their lights, so it depends which one you prefer. I prefer the clear coat method, and I think it gives good result and lasting protection for the light. So we'll see. Actually, I'm gonna try to restore these lights once again with this method, so hopefully this time it's gonna last. Well guys, I just started, and since I use 600 grit, I can show you almost from the start how this light is changing. You can see this is the spot that I have begun to polish, and you can tell how smooth and nice looking it is already. And this is how it looked before. I'm removing the top layer, which is clear coat, which is damaged. So I'm gonna remove all of this thing, and the light is gonna begin to be shiny and bright once again. So you can see the marks over here on the light, and basically how it is changing immediately. So don't be afraid to do this thing, it is gonna worth it. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can tell that the one that was more damaged is looking so much better now than the one that was previously in better condition. This one was on the car, and this one was the one that I just bought, and you can see how it is changing. I have used 600 and 800 grit to accomplish this effect. I'm gonna use 1200 and 2000 probably, but before I continue with this light, I'm gonna try to start the process on this one as well. So I'm gonna work my way with each grid on the both of the lights, so I'm gonna be ready at the same time to polish them, hopefully. So let's start the work on this one. So it's time to properly polish the lights. Since I have went through all the steps with the sandpaper, now I can polish them just to make them crystal clear and to see if there is anything else that I should do. This is gonna be the final preparation for the clear coat that I'm gonna use. You can do this by hand with a sponge and toothpaste or some abrasive paste, or you can use special paste that is for polishing, but I'm in a bit of a rush and the sun is rushing to set down, so I'm gonna use a special tool that I have for this job because it is gonna be easier for me and faster to do that. But I have done it with just a sponge, a proper sponge, a little bit tougher sponge maybe, and material that is has some texture and some paste. So anyhow, it's not important. The important thing is to make them look nice again. So let's give it a try. So the light still needs some polishing, but you can see this is before the polish, the sandpaper. It looks like this, and this is the first attempt for polishing the light, and there is significant difference. I wanna show you how this light looked like before I started. The light looked like this before, very closely to this thing, and now it looks like this, which is serious difference in the conditions. I'm gonna still polish it a bit, and I'm hoping that once I apply some clear coat it's gonna look even better, but I'm kind of hopeful on the situation, how things are getting along. So let's try this one, which was the worst from them, to see what is gonna happen. This is from the paste it got on the light, so nothing to worry about. Yeah, kind of getting there. Okay, so this is interesting. I have repeated the process on this light as well, but you can see the difference. This one is so much brighter and kind of clearer. I don't know the color of the plastic itself. On this one is more grayish in a sort, and the overall light is the color of the light is kind of heavier than this one. There is such a difference in the both lights, but it is interesting for me to see how this is gonna change when I apply the clear coat, if there is gonna be any difference. I don't know why. Probably this is kind of, the plastic on this one is more burnt than this, or they are completely different. I don't know. Anyhow, probably when I look at this area over here, this is way more clear than this thing, but we'll see. There is nothing I can do at this point anymore. I'm gonna have to use this light, so hopefully they are gonna be close enough in the end, because at the moment I'm kind of disappointed in what is happening, but this is definitely more brighter than this one. We'll see when the time comes to stop this project, and the final result will show me if I have made a big mistake by taking a chance on this thing, because at the time that I bought this I was kind of desperate already, and I just wanted this to be over. And as I said, I was misled by the guy that sold me this thing. I didn't have any pictures of it or anything. He just said that it is kind of a little bit yellow, but you saw how did this light look like actually. So we'll see. Hopefully this is gonna be enough. When I apply the clear coat, this is gonna be drivable, but only the time will tell. So the next step is gonna be to finally apply the clear coat. I'm gonna use a spray gun because I'm gonna paint the other stuff, but if you can't use a spray gun, you don't have it, you can use a spray can. Clear coat with spray and spray it over once or twice or as much as you want, and then sand it again and polish it again to kind of make it nice and even like this thing. But hopefully you'll see what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna manage to make it as good looking as I can. We'll see. So let's start with the spraying part. Well guys, the lights are ready for the clear coat. They are taped. I decided to tape them like this, and they have been washed, and I have gone over them with some goodish silicone remover, and they are ready for the clear coat. So I think that I'm gonna try to apply two coats of clear coat, but we'll see. Well guys, the lights are ready to be polished once again. They have two layers of clear coat on them. Now I have to, I don't know if you can see how many contaminations and bugs there are in the clear coat, so I'm gonna polish them once again to get rid of them. And that is gonna be all. After I polish them, I'm gonna be ready for them to be assembled once again. So let's start with that, because the weather is kind of nice and I can do that now. Well guys, the lights are assembled once again, so the process definitely worked better for this light than this one, but there is still quite a significant improvement into the condition of this light because it was so damaged when I began. Simply this plastic is kind of grayish, and I do think that they are once again crystal clear as they should be. I don't know how to show you how good this slide came out to be. I don't think that this can get any better. Now the light is gonna last because the clear coat is gonna protect the plastic, and I think that at least few years the light is gonna last without any problems since it is clear coated. And as for this one, I don't think it's gonna be a problem for this light to be like this. There is visible difference in them, but the initial condition when I started the project was so much different for the two lights. I hope that you have enjoyed this content, and if you like it, you may consider subscribing, sharing, commenting. As for those of you who are watching the other parts of this project, which is the painting of the bumpers and the other stuff, you can expect me to finish that project really soon. The rest of the project I mean really soon, but in the meanwhile I had to finish the lights because they were a big part of the process. So thank you again so much for watching. Hope that this was interesting or useful to you. So stay safe, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye for now.